All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Reader. So I'm going to try to cover three on this one, looking at SOFI as you can see here. We'll take a look at Donkey Kong is what I have stuck in my head. DraftKings is what it actually is, and then MVIS will be the third one, all right? And look, SOFI, I talked about the importance of this 280 line, right? Obviously, I have a line right there at 281. You can see the white line right here. What really mattered was these two moving averages. And it's interesting. We're obviously a few days under them, but we actually haven't confirmed anything yet. And I think that's going to be the interesting story here. Obviously, today's doji is especially interesting on top of all that, right? So SOFI not looking great. I think we're essentially at the I use this phrase often, but almost bounce or die, right? That's going to be what I talk about, because look how far down my next line is. Okay. Looking at DraftKings, okay, look, I was very bullish on Donkey Kong not that long ago. I don't remember exactly when it was. It is giving real reasons to like it again. It just overcame a really big resistance. The problem I see is there's another really important test right behind it, all right? So I am liking what DraftKings is doing. Dude, I'm telling you, I'm not even doing that on purpose. I'm sorry. I'm liking what DraftKings is doing. It has one more thing it needs to do, all right? And then MVIS, I'm not exactly sure what that is doing right now. I haven't looked at that much this week. I know the Russell's not looking good, IWM, so that has me a little bit concerned, but that one was actually going to be a fresh one. But before we go any further, I can tell you I'm excited to talk about these, but what are we going to do today? Same thing we always do, right? We'll take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how these things are setting up short term. We have our 5 moving averages. There are horizontal support and resistance lines that I do draw manually myself, and then when we are done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, really quickly, if you can please subscribe to this channel, share this video online with your friends, comment good or bad. Look, anything you can do helps me so much with these YouTube algorithms. I am always super open to just different thoughts and opposing thoughts. And yeah, if you can share the video, it's just a click away and it helps me so much. All right, so let's get into SOFI. And I mean, this 2-week battle just screams it, right? Like there was a lot going on this 280 line. And again, it's less about my horizontal. Like I'm not trying to be here like I call this line like I'm some sort of magic man, right? Like no. There are two really big and really important moving averages sitting literally pennies away, if not on the dot, the same number, right? So the fact that those two lines were there were the important thing to me. That was the entire story. And the goal was use those lines to bounce back up. Because again, what do we like? We like a stock that's over the 8 and the 20. You just magically bounce on that 8 like it's a beautiful little line, right? And then hopefully the 20 helps you. Clearly didn't happen here, right? But yeah, the goal was use these two as a monster support to go back up, not go down. And at this point, we're actually under the 200, right? But I'm here less focusing on the 200 because, all right, what I always talk about is confirmation, all right? We're not here to let one candle dictate everything, all right? I need follow through. And I always say these candles don't count. A doji does not count. And both of them to me are actually dojis. Again, I'm not a candle pattern guy, all right? I'm a break a line, lose a line kind of dude, right? But to me, that's close enough to again, I want good full candles, or it's a doji that doesn't count. That's kind of what I do here, all right? And when you're going to lose 2 moving averages, I need more than a doji to believe that that's real. Even back-to-back doji still technically doesn't confirm for me, all right? Now, granted, I don't like that we had a doji on the line and then again we have a doji that actually gapped down below it. Like, yeah, this is not a good string of 4, okay? That said, I need a real candle. Like, I actually wouldn't be surprised if we come back up to $7.78, right? You can see that that's $7.80. Let's just round up a little bit, but that's just a little bit above the 200. I don't know if we're going to try to make another little recovery to that 810-ish line. I don't know if we're going to get over 820. All right, I don't. I'm not sure if all we're actually able to do is go to this 780-ish and then just kind of come back down. I'll be real honest. I would not be surprised if we saw a big bad red candle that takes us as low as 720, if not even lower to $7.06 tomorrow, maybe in the next 2 days. But I know I kind of went a little bit up and a little bit down, but like that's what a doji is, right? Like a doji is uncertainty. Look at the box over there. The open was 753. The close was 753. In an 8-hour span, we couldn't decide if this thing should go up or go down. They all just kind of said, screw it. We'll wait till tomorrow to figure it out, right? And let's be honest, that's now happened in a 48-hour window in 2 full trading days. They can't decide what to do. Look, you can see this one opens at 777, closes at 772, just a 5-cent move. That's an insignificant nothing. This one literally to the penny, open and closes the same, right? So a lot of uncertainty here, a lot of uncertainty here, a lot of uncertainty here, all right? There are some significant moving average things happening. One of them is a death cross. All right, so the 8, sorry, I'm zooming in and out so much. I apologize for that. The 8 is going below the 50 and the 100. That's called a death cross. You want the small ones to go above them, not below them, all right? The reason I kept zooming out so much, and sorry for the in and out, is my next line is actually at 650. So though I talked about maybe 704-ish holding this thing, my next line is 650. 650 is the next real significant one that I would put some weight on, right? Again, you can say that 705 is the bottom of this late December one as well. It's obviously the top and bottom of this like late November thing. So maybe there's some weight there, but yeah, for me it's that 650 line, and I'm just zooming out to see why. Oh yeah, I like that line. That's half of this March 23 line. Oh, there's a bunch happening there. There's a bunch happening there through 23, through 22. Yeah, look, MACD's in the negative. RSI is definitely working its way down. RSI is real low, but as I zoom out, man, the RSI was a 3.99. Wow. Wow, a 3.99 in mid-August. Maybe that's a little bit late. We can see that it's actually very comfortable in this low 20s, actually. It's been here a number of times in this low 20s, right? So we are sitting at 21. Maybe this is where it turns around again. That might echo my thoughts of it going up to 780. I'm not liking this volume. That's a real ugly volume. Now, granted, none of the sell days have smashed the 50-day average, so at least there was no like crazy one. There was this one right here, which was the worst of the gap down. But yeah, for the most part, we're under that 50 line, not really smashing it, right? You can, as I zoom in, it's easier to see, but man, there really are more things saying this thing wants to go back under 7. I don't think it's going to do much better than 780. I do think that, yeah. Let me know if you agree. Let me know if you disagree, right? Let me know if you disagree. I'm telling you, I'm not here to hate on your thoughts. Man, this thing's actually, yeah, this thing is saying it wants to come to the 100 moving average to me. That's sitting at $6.39 at the weekly. Yeah, I think that echoes it. I'm not liking the divergence on the MACD and the RSI. Again, divergence is there's 2 lines going away from each other. I want green going away from red up, not falling below down, and that's actually happening. I see it a little bit on the MACD and the RSI on the weekly, right? So SOFI, I am seeing more bad than good, all right? And I think that echoes, I'll just end it here. Oops, not X comp Q. I'll just end it here. NASDAQ's not looking beautiful. It's been doing its best to hold, but it might slip down. Not good RSI, not good MACD, decent volume maybe at best. And then again, the Russell is not looking fantastic either. So part of me feels NASDAQ might do what the Russell did, right? Like NASDAQ's kind of right here with it, trying to hold the 8 and the 20. This one lost it, came to the 50. I can see that happening there. So one more time, SOFI. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Otherwise, I'm going to come into DKNG. Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong is showing some strength, all right? So this is the perfect view. This is the perfect view. The one thing I want to talk about, look, I was very bullish right here. From November all the way through the month until this early December, I was in this stock. I actually had a decent amount in this stock. You know, I'm not here to tell you what I'm in. The last thing I want you to do is be like, oh, chart reader dude is in. I should probably get into it. No. Trust me, I am not right all the time, all right? But I was really liking Donkey Kong. I was, all right? It was really, really good guidance in the earnings. That's what made this monster gap up and go, right? We obviously slip below the two lines that I always talk about, the 8 and the 20. And again, this was the view right here, right? We just can't get over the 8 and the 20. We try a number of times, basically the entire month of December and going into half of January before today, okay? Today was a good day. Today was after 1, 2, arguably 3 attempts. This fourth one was basically able to get over. Maybe you can kind of call it the third one, right? Hey, maybe even the second one, whatever, right? After a good month and a half, we're over this line. My issue now is we have the 50 right there. We still got to get over the 50 for me to, I think, believe just a little bit more. I need only a little bit more. I'm going to set that alert right there. I like that, 35.92. Look, an alert is not an immediate buy notification, but yeah, I'd like to know that because get me back. Oh, you know my rhyme. If you've never been here, one of my favorite ones is break all 5 and fly. All right. If we can get over that, we will be over all 5 and hopefully we keep going. This thing again just came out with some good guidance, right? MACD just did slip into the negative, but hopefully it goes into the positive. RSI is looking like it's trying to reset. Wasn't that long ago that we were living in the high 80s. Look at that entire time. Basic 84. 86, 86. I'm looking at the RSI right now. 86 again. 86 again. Damn, 4 in a row 86s, right? So we're only at a 47 RSI. There's plenty to go up if it wants. Get me over the 50 and I'm excited and I will re-pick up my excitement. My next line up is 41 and you can see it. We are sitting in a sea of red, green, red. Let's make a nice string of green. I like Donkey Kong. I really do. I think DKNG, DraftKings is close. Get me over the 50 and I'll actually believe. One more time. This is only one candle in the last month and a half. I would not be too surprised if we come down tomorrow to maybe 34.40 roughly. But again, I'm anticipating a break into the 36 and up. That's what I'm hoping for. I like today's volume. I like the MACD. I like the RSI. Not too shabby, good and good. So more things to like than not like. Just never underestimate the lines. We got to get over the 50. And look, the 50 in itself has been a little bit of a thing, right? Like we try to get up, but we couldn't try to get up. I think it's more the 20. No, I think that was a stretch right there. Let me look at the weekly before I move over. Oh, big weekly. The 200 moving average does its job. It does. And look, trying to get over it, kind of got over it, uses it as a bounce. I like that. I do. What goes from a resistance is seemingly maybe a support. Next week needs to confirm that, but DraftKings, I think there's things to like. It looks like the RSI is resetting here. MACD still staying in the positive, hopefully. I like this. Sorry for that loud noise. That was me thinking right there is what that was. DraftKings, you know I like calling it Donkey Kong, obviously. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your opinions. Otherwise, let's end it with MVIS. Dang, that does not look good. You know my rhyme, right? The good side is break all 5 and fly. The bad side is lose all 5 and die. And right now, the fifth one's up there, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're below all 5 right now. I don't like this MACD. It looks like it is a bad divergence. Again, divergence just means 2 lines going away. I don't like that the green is going away and away from the red. The green is going away and away from the red the wrong way, right? So both of them are saying the same thing. Volume's been horrible to say the least. Obviously, the candles have been horrible to say the least. Look, IWM is at a very critical point right now. One of the best things that I got from the viewer requests on MVIS was to make sure I look at the Russell. I think the Russell's been the whole story here, right? Like the last 4 days on the Russell have been horribly ugly. That's what MVIS looks like, right? We're now sitting on an important resistance. My issue is MACD looks bad, RSI looks bad, and volume looks bad on the Russell. It seems like Russell might even come down just a little bit more, and then hopefully from there recover. That's kind of my expectation with MVIS. I think this is going to come down just a little bit more. I think we're going to come into 209, 208, maybe as low as 199 to 190. All right. I think from there, hopefully we recover and bounce and hold it. All right. But yeah, way more to not like than like on MVIS, especially I think echoing the Russell's movement. Again, under all of them on the weekly. And look, this is kind of the first week under it, right? Like we are now testing losing the 20. We're now testing losing the last of the moving averages on the weekly. We do have a negative MACD. Not good volume. Like there's, again, not a lot to, there's almost nothing to like on the daily, nothing to like on the weekly, nothing to like on the closest indice that we've started to track. This one doesn't look good. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your opinions. I still have not seen earning dates, but again, our assumption based on a couple of viewer comments was end of February or early March at the latest, right? So roughly speaking, maybe 2 months, maybe a month and a half, right? That's kind of my working expectation. So let me know your thoughts and opinions. Otherwise, as always, hey, I appreciate you so much.